obviously a made woman of the Alessio family. Long
Hmm.
story short, I guess maybe she dated somebody in the space or something, not on the team, but like in just the Star Atlas space.
Oh no.
She gave him an X5, and they never gave it back when they broke up. So
Oh no.
she put a bounty on his head, but we don't know who it is. But then the pirates were like, and she is also saying that she doesn't like pirates and stuff like that. So of course the pirates came through and commented and were like, send them our way, we'll take them, we'll bring them on the team. And then Frankie's out there letting them have it. You know what I mean? So it's going down.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
Like
buddy.
it's creating this little soap opera drama within all
No,
of the. It's hilarious.
this is good. It's just more traction for my video. So, yo, if anybody wants to go see the drama, go check out the Moon Man Experience, the last episode I did. It's good stuff.
I love it. I'm definitely looking forward to checking that one out. Do you want to pin it at the top so
Yeah,
everybody can take a listen to it when they have a chance? I
I
think
guess
that's all. I
build a
think
little
that's
bit.
incredible. I love Empress Peach. I had the pleasure of meeting her this past week, and
Yeah, I
she is
seen
such a doll. Like, I absolutely adore her. So it was really cool, and yeah, she did. She brought me baby aliens.
yeah, I seen the pictures. Yeah, she's super cool, man. She's got a vibe to her, and she's part of the Alatio family, so I ain't got nothing but respect.
Absolutely. Well, so if there's anybody that wants to come on up here, feel free to request. I'll bring you on up. I see a decent amount of you down in the crowd. So we're just kind of keeping it chill today, right? You're gonna have to bear with my voice for just a little bit. I'm very sorry that I sound like this. um, but it was a crazy week. So let's see. Santi will be joining us shortly as well. And Moonman did go ahead and pin that interview up at the top with Empress Peach, who's the one of the godmothers in Atlesio. So that's pretty cool. I think we have like a couple questions. Let's grab a couple questions, and then I'll just do a quick recap, and we'll just have a nice little casual conversation and kind of test everything that we just learned in the town hall. Let me pull up Santi.
Yo, that move y'all pulled last night and today, like y'all could have crashed the market, man. It's mad dangerous in this on the fence market that we're in right now.
I know.
Oof. I was talking to Ardo on the phone last night, and we were just like, "Bruh, these guys are dangerous. I would
I
say the
know.
fool, but they're risky."
As
You
soon
know,
as
so
Ardo messaged me as soon as I put that out, and I was like, oh shit, like, no, I can't do that. He's like, oh my God, what's wrong? Is everything okay?
too funny, too funny.
I'm putting that on you, Santi.
Yeah, yeah. I'm putting that on Michael. It was his idea.
It's all
So
Michael.
yeah, it's all Michael's fault.
It's Michael's idea. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was
God.
Michael's idea. Yeah, we thought that we had to do something just to live up to the troll expectations that everyone has of me and Michael. Everyone knows that we like trolling, so we felt a little bit of pressure and felt like we had to do something. And that was our best idea, guys. I'm really, really, really sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
putting all the
relieved,
blame on
That,
bro.
it
Michael.
was like some pretty gnarly trolling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It was.
yeah,
Told us the community lead left after his birthday. Like, what?
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no.
Excuse the out of us, right? You know, what did we ever do to you, man?
Oh man.
Too funny. Yeah, don't ever leave us. I'm sure everybody else feels the same way. Don't leave.
No, no,
Santi
no
could never
plans on
leave
leaving, man.
us.
No, 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 no plans on leaving. No plans.
We would hunt you down and find you, right? You could never leave us.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not leaving, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, it looks like we have Blockchain Man joining us today. How are you doing?
Fantastic, Ashes. Don't think we've actually spoken before, but I figured since your voice was tore up, I'd come in here and talk, run my mouth for a little while and give you some space. So pleasure is mine.
Absolutely. No, I love it. I always love it when other Starless team members come on and join us, and I know the community does as well. So, yes, I appreciate that. We're excited to hear
No
from you.
problem. It is a beautiful Friday afternoon, and I have like half an hour before my kids get back from school. So I'm just trying to relax and enjoy what's left of the afternoon.
Whoa,
Awesome.
I don't know who Blockchain is. You're part of the team then?
Yeah, I'm actually one of the project managers, if you want to call it that. I prefer the term producer, but I'm the coordinator for the DAO actually. So um, that's all I'm working on currently, is making sure that we have the long-term vision that Mike talked about implemented, and a plan on how to get there. So we're kicking. We're grinding it out right now. We're developing the programs we need to glue it all together, and the Web3 guys are working currently. I saw them in the chat group earlier. So like I said, we've got wireframes that are almost done. That goes into high fidelity design. The web UI guys are working on all the UX stuff, and we just got another blockchain engineer resource to help drive everything through, and we're hoping to get some stuff done here in the next sprint or two. No
Yeah, that's amazing.
promises, because things can change, but as Mike said, it's the highest priority for the team right now, and I'm just honored to be a part of it, really. So my background, my introduction in the team actually came from Interstellar Alliance, where we launched a DAO kind of as a venture fundraising, as a venture, basically. So we started back in April last year. We raised some money, crowdfunded some money to buy Rebirth posters, and so that's kind of what got me noticed. And I gotta thank Santi for putting me in touch with Jacob and starting the whole thing. They got me here where I'm at. So like I said, the pleasure's all mine, and hopefully there's a referral bonus for you in there somewhere, Santi. So I'd talk to HR about it next time. Yeah, everybody's working hard. We understand the pressure from the community to get something out, and we're doing our best to make sure that we deliver quality. So, but enough about work. I thought this was supposed to be an after party / happy hour.
Yeah, well, I mean, you came to the place where we're gonna throw you through the ringer.
God.
Ronin's ringer, but Ronin's not here.
We're not gonna dive too deeply into that stuff. We're just gonna keep it casual and do a nice little chat. I got my eye on you guys. I'm watching all of you, so
Yeah.
I got Blockchain Man's back.
I guarantee you can't put me through the ringer any more than I've already been through internally, so it's fine.
Yeah. I will say it's crazy that you flew under my radar, my bounty hunter radar, right? But yeah, man. So you said you got your start in Interstellar Alliance, and they actually picked you up from the community. Is that
yeah,
what
exactly.
that was?
We actually, I don't know if you guys have seen Star Atlas Exchange, but that's project me and one of my colleagues put together, and that kind of from there started the conversation around you look at Axie Infinity and how they have this kind of scholarship model, and there's a lot of big players in the space. I mean, you got the game and our organizations and stuff have been trying to figure out, given where we're at now, how do we get to a place where you can lend ships to other players in a way that they can't rug pull you and stuff like that. And not to say that we've been working too much on that, but that conversations around that problem is kind of what got me started talking with them. And obviously the DAO is such an easy fit for me, because based on the fact that I'm doing the same thing. I've got a background in politics that I don't want to dox myself or anything like that, but I've been involved in a lot of traditional politics organizations and stuff like that, and so I've seen how the sausage is made, and the whole experience kind of disillusioned me, really. And so I've been interested in DAOs because I see it as the eventual evolution of not only governance and coordination problems, but also capital formation organizations. You look at I hate to get all philosophical on you guys, but if you look at like the feudalism to the corporation to the limited liability company, I think DAOs are the next step in that evolution. And I'm just bullish in tech in general that we're going to solve and create problems faster than our agrarian democratic institutions can keep up with. And we've already seen that in the past 10 years or so, or my lifetime basically. But if you listen to guys like Balaji Srinivasan and how they look at these like digital union problems and those kind of coordination problems. And you know, the whole reason I call myself blockchain man is there's a post I'll have to link you guys, but you know, there was this concept of the company man or the corporation man back in the 50s. It's like, you know, when you move from agrarian, you know, sharecropper to, you know, enterprises, you know, like industry, you had this concept of what you call the corporation man, who was somebody that, you know, did that 40 years with, you know, one organization, got their retirement and their gold watch at the end of their 40 years or whatever. Obvious that doesn't exist anymore. And so there's the concept of the blockchain man is basically like an independent, self-sovereign entrepreneur, if you will, that is basically able to hop in and out of these decentralized organizations and provide their services as needed and make a living doing that. And hopefully the things that we build, you know, to go back to what Mike said about the DAO not being a 10-year organization or anything like that, but possibly being something that might, you know, outlive all of us. You know, hopefully these blockchain networks and these consensus mechanisms that we're building are going to be the foundation for the future of mankind. And there's no doubt about that in my mind that that's where we're headed. And you know, I think everybody who's, you know, fan of Star Atlas is ultimately understands that vision of the metaverse. And well, how are we going to govern the metaverse? How are we going to build organizations that allow us to, you know, coordinate across geographic boundaries in a way that was unimaginable 40 years ago? So I'll pause there.
It's beautiful, man. Thank you so much for the information and your background story. Thank you.
All right. So who's going to Miami next week? 'Cause I'm not.
I don't know. Are you going to Miami? I am not going to Miami either. I know a lot of people going, a lot of like we're holding a really awesome event out at the Solana Miami with the Hacker House event going on out there. And I know that the team's really excited to go, especially because so many of them are based in Miami. So it's really cool. It's going to be a really awesome event, right? These events are always super cool because you get the chance to connect with people that you know, just with our team in general, we actually get the chance to connect with them on another level because we're so used to just doing these you know, Zoom meetings or Google Meet meetings, right? Like we don't actually it's a different experience than working in an office or something when you're 100% remote. So I will say it's been really awesome to actually get out there and connect and meet some of our team. But it's also been really awesome being able to connect with community members. And for me personally, I hope that that's something that we can continue to do and do a little bit more, is maybe have more meetups for community members going forward. So we can just all, you know, get together and vibe out about Star Atlas and everything that we're doing here. Because I have to say, it was really fun meeting community members this past week at NFTLA. And you know, it's another experience too because we're involved in the community. We're involved here on Twitter and Discord, and we're all so excited about everything that's being built and done here. But then when you get out into real life and you get to actually meet people face to face that are just as excited and as passionate about everything that we're doing here in Star Atlas, like it's a whole another level of excitement. So I have to say that's been really, really fun.
Can I ask how many hacker houses are there for Solana in the state?
Man,
There's
around
a lot.
a
There's a
lot.
lot.
Yeah.
I think
Every
Bahamas
They
major
is
do
city
them
coming
has
in
next after Miami.
Yeah, they
rather.
do them in phases. So right there in phases, right, Blockchain Man? They have like a
Call me
group of
BCM. Everybody calls me BCM.
BCM. Okay,
I
BCM.
I haven't had the opportunity to go. I know they just had one in Miami. I think LA. There was, I think February they had like 3 of them at the same time over North America. There's one guy on the team, Kane, who
Yeah.
who's been going to those. So he's actually is going to Miami. He's paying out of pocket. I had the offer to go, but my kids are on spring break next week, and my wife gave me a hard no on that one. So I'm just gonna have to wait.
You're not going to Miami without her. Come on now.
Yeah. Long story. Anyways,
no way you can be in Miami with all the bikinis, bro. No way. She said.
we went
no.
to. I took her to Miami 2021. That was. I actually quit my job. I've been in a non-crypto job for about my entire career, but I was with this guy for 8 years, and told him I couldn't afford to work for him anymore. So I actually quit my job June 1st and went to Miami Bitcoin Miami with my wife and no kids. That was our first like real date in probably like 5 years. So
I love it.
But yeah.
You took her to Bitcoin Miami for your first date in a few years?
Yeah.
Is that what you just said?
I
love it.
She didn't even go to the conference. She actually just sat in the hotel room the whole time and read on her Kindle. And I took her to dinner one night and she was completely happy just to just be chill. So
I love it. That's so cool. Are you going? Oh no, so you're not going to Bitcoin Miami this year then either, right?
No trips scheduled. Well, there's a couple trips scheduled, but nothing I want to share. So
yeah. Yeah, but so there's constantly Solana hacker houses going on, right? They've had them so far, like as BCM was saying, in LA. There's one in Miami coming up. There's the Chicago, Seattle, Russia, Prague. So they've been really cool experiences, I have to say. I went to the one in LA, and then I hear everybody else is recapping about the other ones that they've been to. I mean, to be honest, like the one in Prague, that I was speaking with the co-founder of Project Alune, and she was telling me about how they took their team to the one in Prague, and it sounded more like a dream vacation. She's like, they had a meetup inside a castle, and like that's like something that you wouldn't really think of when you're at a Solana hacker house, but it was just a really awesome experience told. And it's a really great place to go and, meet the people and the projects that are being built here and the people that are building out this ecosystem. Because, at the end of the day, we really shouldn't be competing with each other. We should be helping each other because we want everybody to survive in this ecosystem. Because if everybody survives in this ecosystem, then it can move forward and grow. And I think that's ultimately what we want. Like Solana, we need to be like this one big happy family and just help progress everything forward. And with the hacker houses, I'm pretty sure anybody can go. They usually put up a thing on a form just saying sign up for it. And yeah, it's been really, I've really enjoyed them. So if you guys have the opportunity and if there's one in your town, definitely check them out.
Trying to find a link for it. Somebody sent it to me earlier.
I mean, if they're going to be having one in Chicago, if they're going to be having one in Chicago, maybe I'll go. Sounds
they had one in Chicago. Yeah, I didn't realize.
Oh, they already had one?
They did. That's where the first one was. So I didn't realize this, but Chicago's like an actual Solana hub. I guess there are a lot of projects being built.
Where?
Solana projects being built in Chicago. That's what Kane was saying. Yeah.
I love the city of Chicago. Yo, that's my favorite city.
Yeah, so very cool.
I think you can go to miamihackweek.com. I think that might be it. Or no, never mind. I take that back. He sent me the Google form. I just can't find it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they post it on the Solana Hacker House Twitter. And then every time they have a new one, they give you the opportunity to sign up. But it's really cool. There's a lot of awesome projects being built here, a lot of awesome games being built here, protocols, platforms, like you name it. And there are builders out there doing it. So social media platforms, like it's awesome. This is a great community to be involved in. But so I did just want to touch base. Has anybody had a chance to read the new Atlas Star that has come out? I know Jose has been working like night and day on that thing, right, Santi?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy the amount of work that the guys are putting in. I just see them like every single night in calls, like until very, very late hours. Because there's a lot of information that you need to compile, like from all departments and all products and everything. So yeah, it's quite difficult to get everything into like a 15 minutes read. So yeah, they have been working hard.
Yeah, and they're doing an incredible job at it. And I know Dowcaster had touched on the lore stories that they've been putting out as well. And I agree with you, Dowcaster. We need to have more conversations about the lore that is being created and built right now, because it's absolutely incredible what they're doing with what he's Lieutenant Win now, correct?
Win game.
Yeah, when
I love it. And that was the best name we ever could have picked. So whoever came up with that name, like, absolute kudos to you. I don't know if it was Jose or Mate or
Jose.
it was Jose.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
it. It was perfect. Hey Tony, what's up?
You guys, we just witnessed like our first, or guys and girls, we witnessed our first like character arc. It's just exciting. It's just really exciting. I know it's like diving in too much, but even though it was only like 2 small articles, we've all been so invested in Star Atlas for months and months. Some of us a year, and it's so cool to have characters. Like we have characters, so. I don't know. It's just really exciting, and we literally got to read a story about, Cadet Wen, who's like this little timid assistant who was not even at the headquarters for 3 weeks. We saw him in that first one. Now all of a sudden he's a lieutenant with kind of an attitude, and he's just like getting in his thrill of life and just like flying around high-sec space with like, not even a sweat on his brow. And he freaking goes in and he gets like a box trapped on his arm, becomes a full-fledged pirate. And at the very end, he's like, let's go home. Like, what happened over the last 2 weeks? So I know it was more time to them, but just really exciting, really cool.
So what you're saying is you need more.
You
need to know what happened within those 2 weeks.
I'm going to say this. I've said this like 10 times, but Michael Wagner has teased a multimedia approach, and when other companies do multimedia, I know there's some team members in here, but when other companies have teased this, it's resulted in things like the Light of the Jedi novel series for Star Wars and Arcane from League of Legends on Netflix, and I'm not saying it's going to be like that big yet, but I'm just so excited for what's to come. It's gonna be really fun.
Let me chime in real quick. I don't know if you heard the list of positions that we hired in the last month, but we did hire a content writer that is working on lore directly. So that is one addition to the team. That's all the alpha you're getting out of me today.
You had me scared there for a second, BCM. I don't know. I was gonna lie. I was like, wait a minute, here we go.
Hey, speaking, can I tell you guys the best April Fool's joke that I've seen today on Twitter?
Absolutely, yes.
I think you might have seen it earlier, but it's from Ryan B.ETH. He says, breaking, Solana to shut down its consensus layer and settle on Ethereum. Using Ethereum as a global settlement layer is a huge win for Solana, said Anatoly Yakovenko, co-founder and CEO at Solana Labs. Ethereum POS gives us significantly stronger security and removes the need to dilute SOL holders by 6% per year to run our own consensus. It's always been our plan for Solana to settle on Ethereum, said Kyle Samani, managing partner at Multicoin Capital and a longtime Solana investor. That made me laugh. What about you guys? What's the best one you've seen?
It's like the ultimate.
I have a question. I have a question about one. The Medium article that went out with Athenia. What's up with that? Is that April Fool's or
yeah?
What are we doing? What are we doing here?
I don't know how to handle that one either. I haven't read it yet. I just saw the title and I was like, wait a minute.
I will say that I read it, like I saw it when I woke up. I read it, and in the article it says that when Funcracker like sent the proposal to Star Atlas, it was an immediate yes. He was like, quote, I was so excited. They immediately sent back the agreement and said, yeah, right, which means yes, right? So
is that about him being CEO? I saw a comment.
Yeah, okay. Acquiring a majority stake in the company. So funny.
That's funny.
I love it. It's hilarious.
I loved it a lot reading it. It was great. Yeah.
I was also enjoying that I got a feature in that article, so I was happy about that. Thank you, Santi, for talking highly about me.
No problem, man. No problem. I don't remember when I did that quote, but yeah, no problem.
Moonman, for real. When I was reading the second Surveyor report or the Shadow Ops report, and they said, standing right there was like a famous bounty hunter. I was sitting there like, are they about to fucking bring in Moonman into this? Like, I was ready. So that's all. Yeah. That's all. I was just waiting.
It only seems right if they do, right?
I wouldn't complain. At all.
I love it. Lumina, I saw that you had unmuted. Did you have a comment, or how are you doing today? It's been a week since I think I've spoken with you last. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. My daughter she has been sick after her birthday, so that's what we have been dealing with. Plus, this week was spring break, so. But other than that, I'm actually. Oh my! Give me a second. I'm driving right now, so. Um, yeah, I've been okay. I actually read that April Fool's joke about Solana. I mean, I read it and it was really hilarious. I loved it. Um, yeah, I mean, we've been still working on the new mini game on Unreal Engine 5. We just started the new initiative with the it's a non-profit project again. After the hat um, thing that we did, now we are producing the sweatshirts and shirts and T-shirts for the Coexist community. And there are some improvements on the Unreal Engine 5 game. Our dev is working on that. Hopefully, we will release the new version sometime towards I would say, mid-April. And after that, we're gonna get into the multiplayer aspect of it. So I shared this with CryptoSonic and a few other content creators of Star Atlas. Our goal with that tutorial game is to sort of use it as almost like a hub for the all Star Atlas content creators. So our vision is to have separate levels and sections that are reserved for specific content creators. Maybe a link for the Tufa Attack game, or the Dogcaster might have a link to his Switch or streams, or any other content creators that are creating anything will have a space in that game, hopefully. And once we integrate the multiplayer aspect of it with the Supernova Racing initiative that was created by the CryptoSonic. Actually, I think the Deep Profit started it, but then it kind of turned into a Startless community thing. So we're planning to implement those in that tutorial game, hopefully. Um, yeah, other than that, guess I'm okay. The crypto is doing good, so it's nice to see greens. Other than my daughter's sickness, things are fine. And by the way, Ashes, you sounded really bad too. I think you got a cold too. Sorry for that.
It's okay. It's
Uh,
actually because I was at NFTLA all last week, and
yeah, I saw the
unfortunately it's
pictures. I
very,
loved it.
yeah. So I just lost my voice over all of the loud conversations that we were having. So
Oh yeah. How was the Star Atlas Dome? I saw the pictures. That's cool.
it was incredible. It was such a cool experience. So, if anybody's ever never been to a Wisdom experience, I don't know how popular they are like all around the world, but there's a place in LA called the Wisdom Art Park, and it is where we had this really awesome event. We sponsored the event with Pink Floyd. So they're like these giant domes that are screens essentially on the dome, and inside our dome we had the trailer projected in this fully like 360-degree massive dome experience, and it was really awesome. We had a t-shirt guy in there making custom airbrush Star Atlas t-shirts, which I still have a few left over. So maybe we can figure out a way to do like a giveaway or something with some of those. I think that would be kind of cool.
Hey, Ashes,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
before you go further, can I just clarify something? Because you said this earlier, and I just wanted to clarify. So you're talking about Pink Floyd, the iconic rock band, and not some like graffiti artist who just goes by the name like Pink with like a Y or something?
No, Scott Page from Pink Floyd. Yes, they had a performance there, and it was incredible. They had it in one of the larger domes there, and they projected all these really awesome, trippy images all over the dome while they were performing. They did a tribute to Taylor Hawkins, who recently passed away from the Foo Fighters, and it was just like it was an incredible experience. These domes were full of NFTs from other projects and all these like 3D images, AR images. And, you know, it was a really cool experience. And I'm really happy that the Star Atlas team was able to be there and, you know, support that. It was really cool. And you know,
That's
I
interesting.
absolutely adore our alien in the trailer. And so to see her blown up that large was just, it was epic. It was incredible.
Cool.
So giveaway, t-shirt giveaway, is that what you said?
Oh no, you know, and we actually made Scott Page a custom Star Atlas t-shirt. So now he has a custom Star Atlas t-shirt to then rock when he's out and about as well, which was really cool. But yeah, no, I do have a couple t-shirts left over from the event. So I don't know, I was Santi, maybe there's something we can do where we can, I don't know, maybe give a couple out or something. I don't know. We'd have to brainstorm,
we
get
can,
together
we
on that.
can, we can.
Are you talking about that airbrush type of t-shirt thing that the guy was painting
Yes.
on the stage?
Yes,
Yeah,
we had an
yeah.
airbrush artist there doing custom t. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that'd be cool.
it was a very cool experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it from me. But before I'll go, I'm gonna say something to the people who speaking in Turkish probably don't understand English in the tech, because I know the Coexist community is listening in. If you don't mind, I would like to say a few things in Turkish, if that's okay. Gördüğünüz gibi global olarak buradayız. Hala bizi Coexist olmayan Türkler varsa, bizi dinleyenler varsa hepinizi bekliyoruz. Gördüğünüz gibi Santi, Ash, Chipto hepsi hep sürekli dirsek temasındayız. Herkesi bekliyoruz. Thanks a lot, Ashes. Really appreciate it.
Of course, we always enjoy having you up here with us, and you're always more than welcome to come up here and translate to the Turkish community. I know that's one of our larger communities, and they're always so involved with everything. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. And I did go ahead and pin one of your most recent tweets about the mini tutorial game to the top for everybody to check out. So go ahead and check that one out as well, guys. Yeah, absolutely. I know I see a few of you guys have been requesting to come up and speak or ask a question. I'll get to you guys in just a few minutes.
Let me chime in again real quick. So I did find the Solana Hacker House thing. I retweeted it and I DM'd it to you, Ashes. Let me just say that if you are a developer who's developing on Star Atlas and you haven't talked to the team yet, then you should definitely do that. If you are a Web2 developer or a developer in another programming language that wants to learn Rust and Solana, feel free to reach out to me. DMs are open. You can hit me on Discord as well if you want to. But we're definitely looking for anyone that wants to, experienced or not. If you're interested in learning Rust and learning how to program in Solana, reach out to me. Let me know. You know, we're on the lookout for that type of stuff. So if you haven't, again, been in touch with somebody on the team with regards to, you know, what you can do, then by all means reach out to me and we'll see what happens. And I'm gonna have to go soon, so that's the last word for me, I guess.
Can I just say you just opened your DMs up to like complete flooding? I hope you realize that, BCM.
I've been on Twitter for 12 years, and you know I have 1,000 followers for a reason. So.
Yeah, but when you tell everybody to contact you, they're gonna jump in your DMs real fast, buddy. So
yeah,
I hope you are prepared.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If I get one good Rust developer out of it, like that's fine with me. So.
Yeah, that's true. It would make it all good. So that's awesome.
Right. Well, my kids are pulling up, Ashes. Gargle some salt water, get some rest. I'm gonna step down. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Have a good weekend. All right, cool. So it's always exciting when we have team members join us unexpectedly and just join in on the conversation. And, you know, it's really cool. So that was awesome that BCM was able to hop in here and say hello and chat with everybody for a little bit. I know that I have a few of you down here who have been waiting to come up for questions or comments. Daryl. Digital Chill is back again as well. Let me go ahead and pull you guys up. Just give me a second.
Hey, Ash, I am driving, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off and go to the audience.
Sounds good.
Me up here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll have to do like a deep dive and talk about lore a little bit more or something. That would be fun in the future.
Super fun. Super.
Good. Bye, Tony.
How's everyone?
Good. How are you doing today, friend?
You've been doing I'm doing really good, Ashes. It's your boy Chill again. I just was saying, like, I hope you had a great time because you're showing all the pictures on Twitter, being in the dome. I think that was absolutely amazing. You know, what's up, Dao? What's up, Alessio family? And the bounty hunter himself, the Moon Man. Hope everyone has been having a really good Friday. You know, it's the weekend. It was just one big thing that I was actually looking at, right? You know, this style of game is absolutely like amazing. And I always found myself like listening to the lore of like EVE Online, even though I never played it. Is there like a person who actually like sits there in Star Atlas and like records all of the like situations that is happening like now as everything like progress? Like I always wondered that. Because I think that would actually be insane. Like I didn't even know that Moon Man was about like an actual known bounty hunter in this space until like I listened to the video, and I thought that was really, really cool to see that he's such a big threat. And also Moon Man, is that like an affiliation of Frontier, the guild, or is that just they hire you as a bounty hunter and you have a bunch of pirates?
Yeah. I'm the most notorious bounty hunter in the Star Atlas metaverse, first and foremost. Yeah, I'm a part of the Final Frontier. I'm an operations officer. I've been there since maybe like week 1 or 2 of, you know, the guild being put together. And yeah, that's pretty much my title and role. But yeah. Any more questions you have, I'll answer them. But just to be quick, yeah.
How much ships have you blown up or dealt with, or people, so to speak?
So the problem is we don't have a game in Star Atlas, so I can't blow up any Star Atlas ships. I can just buy a bunch.
Oh, you could just buy a bunch. I was just wondering if you could actually like literally blow them up and like sabotage a lot of stuff. So basically on the bounty hunter, what is giving you that particular title? Like what was the actual reason? People just can't mess with you? Or is it just your voice is just that intimidating?
I think I'm just an intelligent person, and I know what I'm doing, and I'm confident in myself. And I also have love for the Star Atlas community. I heavily am supportive of the team that I'm a part of. And yeah, that's just the title I gave myself. That's the title I'm rolling with, and people understand it. So that's what I'm doing.
Moon Man, can I add on to that for you? Is that all right?
Yeah, please do. Yeah, go ahead.
Digital Chill, Moon Man's like the first of all, he's a bounty hunter because he, you know, said he wanted to be a bounty hunter. He got ships that are bounty hunting ships, but most of all, he's probably too modest to say this, is that he's already training in flying ships. Yes, it's built on a different gaming engine, but he's working in Star Citizen like for hours a day, learning how to fly ships like nobody else, and he's getting really fucking good. So I think that's why he's a bounty hunter. And then Moon Man, I don't mean to turn this back on me. I just wanted to answer this question for Digital Chill. I absolutely am obsessed with the lore that's going to be coming out. So if you want a place to like hang out and like talk about the lore, I'm just going to like post YouTube videos about all of the lore and stories that come out. And I just posted one about all the lore that was just covered over the last one. So I know a lot of other content creators do that. So by all means, look at all of them. But that's a place to start on my YouTube channel. Sorry to be so self-promoting, but I wanted to answer that. So thank you.
No, that's totally fine, because I heard you mention that you said Arcane, and like I am a freak for League of Legends lore, like absolutely a freak. And I also, when it comes to space, I love Mass Effect and Halo's. I read all the books for Halo. All the books for Halo. So when it comes to anything space-like that has a theme, I'm so for it. It tickles my fancy.
Awesome. Yeah, Mass Effect is. Oh man. Yeah, Mass Effect.
Yeah, you understand. You understand. That's why I'm like really, really interested in the lore. Even though I might not want to get blown up by Mr. Moonman or like any of these big guilds, I would literally just dedicate my time into the law. But my questions is, for like persons who are very, very new to the space and maybe want to make a guild, like how would you recommend a new person to be like? Would you just tell them just go to a bigger guild or just like try to make it on their own? Like how would like smaller guilds thrive in this like space, even though like Stardust is very new and the ecosystem is growing and everything is coming together? What would you or anyone recommend?
Yeah, I'll take this just for like a second, and then I want to turn it over to Moonman and maybe Karosh if he's up here. Obviously everyone else who's up here, but I'm part of every single guild's Discord, and that gives me a huge just exposure to how everyone runs their guild. So I definitely recommend joining some Discords just to see how things are run, see what people are doing. But I think the most important thing is to decide why you want to build a guild, why yours is going to be different from everybody else's. And if it's not different, that's great. But I think the biggest thing that I've heard guild owners talk about is like really having like a real reason to join one, or else it'll just fall off the tracks and lose steam. But Moonman, I know that you were there at the beginning of Final Frontier, and anybody else, please contribute.
Yeah, so when it comes to joining a guild or creating a guild, I would say your best bet is first find out if you want to be number one and if you want to be on the chopping block. I think number one is very appealing to everybody, being, head of an organization, of a company, whatever the case may be. But that's not something everybody's built for, because everything that happens falls in your lap and you must take accountability for all losses as well as wins. So really, really think that through, because this is a long-term game and this isn't just a fly-by-night thing that, you're just setting something up 4 years early before the game comes and you only plan to actually do something with that for 6 months or 3 months. It's not a flip. It's not, it's not something like that. So then the other thing too is, so if you take that into consideration and you think to yourself, once you put it that way, I want to be number one, I don't think I can start my own guild. Well, then you have the second option, which is joining one. And what I would say is, join a guild that aligns with your goals that you want to pursue and try to achieve in this game that's being built. Find like-minded individuals, see who you mesh well with, join a couple of the Discords, start chit-chatting with people, see what feels like home, and then make that option if you want to do this place. Or you go the third option, such as like Ashes and Dowcaster, who actually have
this is going to change everything.
They're part of the community and they're very prominent voices and faces in the space. And they hang out, and when that time comes to make that decision, they can either join a guild or they can just do their own thing. They're well respected.
They're going to kill us for it.
They just won't have the same benefit because they're not part of the guild, but they're still going to be extremely powerful players in the game, and that should never be overlooked. So those would be the three options that I would present to anybody in the Star Atlas space, questioning which move they should make.
Yeah, I really appreciate the answers, because I just really wanted to know. Not saying that I prefer to be third party. I don't want to deal with the Last Year family. I don't want to deal with the Final Frontier. I'm good. They're extremely dangerous and already built. Really, really big. I was just asking, just like on behalf of people, because like I know people will be interested, but just don't know like where to go and how to look within this space for these different things. So because you have the Final Frontier, I love how everything is just very organized, having the different positions, the lieutenant. Not saying y'all love grants. I don't know if y'all love grants, but I'm just saying. And everyone like plays a really like good position. And then you have Frankie down there in the chat for the Lalesio family, and they have a very like amazing mafia feel, and that's very, very unique to me. Like you said, like every guild is going to have their own particular theme, and I think that's absolutely amazing. So most likely for me, I'll be just like Ashes and Dowcaster, being in the community, just chilling, just watching y'all deal with your feuds and drama. I'll just be in the lore like heavily, but because I think that is absolutely amazing. Because like, for example, when I was watching the whole lore for EVE Online, there was one of the biggest guilds, well, back in the day. They actually got betrayed by everyone else, and they went into the shadows for like absolute years, and they destroyed every single person in their path and became number one again. So I can't wait to see like things like that. That's what I was kind of asking earlier, to see if anyone is going to be recording these instances in history, like, because I think this is very important, not to the blockchain, not to just the game, but just everything around it. Because Star Atlas is pushing the absolute limits and beyond, like AAA. I would call it Triple S, to be honest. But I really like how everybody is very like together. Like you said, everyone is helping each other to be within this space and grow together, because this is all we got right now until other people wants to come in this space and not be deterred by the big learning curve, especially which is Star Atlas. Because when I looked at those ships and I saw all those cars, whew, I don't want them to get destroyed. That's a whole house. But it's absolutely insane. I love the ecosystem. It's just absolutely sick. And there's nothing like what we were seeing before, like small games like Axie Infinity, some fighting games out there, but this is Star to the Atlas, biggest game on the system right now, and I can't wait to see in the future what this game and community holds. I don't know, small guilds might just come out of nowhere, give maybe Final Frontier, the Mafia family some heat. We don't know, but until then, I really do appreciate all of the answers. It was absolutely sick. And thank you, Ashes, again. I know the voice been burning, but you've been carrying and going every single week with these spaces. Shout outs to you and everyone up here too.
Thank you. And it's always great to have you join us. I always love hearing your opinions, and I love that you originally joined us a few weeks ago, and you've already become so active in our community and our spaces and trying to get involved with everything. And I applaud that. I think that's awesome. So we're happy to have you here as well, Digital Chill. So let's see. I went ahead and brought up
because
Daryl. Go for it.
Pardon?
Yeah, go for it. You're okay.
Did I get? Sorry, I don't know if I got rubbed just now. I apologize.
I didn't hear what you finished saying, so I don't know. Maybe it was just mine. Are we rugging? Anybody? Yeah.
Hello?
Okay. Daryl, go ahead.
All right. Hey, good morning, guys. I actually just have a quick question for anybody on the team. I heard Wagner, he briefly mentioned that Star Atlas is going to be at the Miami Grand Prix for Formula One. Is there any more details on that? Because I watch the Grand Prix like every weekend, and I'm like, and I'm a fan, so I'm just wondering, what do they have planned for that?
Santi, do you know what we can share about that yet?
I have actually no idea about it. I know that Michael mentioned it, I think, but I should ask him. So, yeah, no clear information yet.
So there's not going to be any Opel Jet sponsored F1 racing cars?
How about Daryl, as soon as we have more information that we can share with everybody, because I think right now it's just in the coordinating stages. So they're getting everything prepared for that. We will make sure to, let you guys know, give you guys an idea of what's going on, and so that you can follow it a little closer.
All right, cool. Yeah, that was my biggest burning question.
Okay, well, that's cool though.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We also have, let's see, Sheldon from Dark. So you're actually the co-founder of the Dark Matter Guild.
Correct. Yes. That's the first time I'm here. So thank you for pulling me up and give me an opportunity to speak. Yeah. Well, I kind of wanted to comment on Digital Chill when he asked about like what is the feeling when you're in a smaller guild versus a bigger guild, and that's exactly what we're trying to navigate right now with my friends, co-founders at Dark Matter. We're very small compared to the big ones currently. So, but I think what's interesting for me is that in these smaller guilds, you more easily have this like family feel, like you even as the founder, we're not yet that big that I don't know all the people in the guild. I do know a little bit each of the people who have joined us. Have a little bit of time to chat every day with people, and we can more easily listen to every person that joins us when they have ideas and how they want the guild to be operated, or because the way we see it is we're creating an open space for anyone to join and contribute. I think it's a little different from other guilds where you have a real like top management that makes a lot of decisions, and they're getting big, so it's difficult to bring up everyone. But in our case, we want to build something where everyone can contribute their way, can bring ideas. We're going to bring a system where there's a sort of democratic system where people can vote, can contribute. So I think that's a little bit our vision of like a smaller guild. It's this family feel, this possibility to go in the direction that people want, and not necessarily the direction that the leaders want to go necessarily. So that was my contribution about smaller guilds, and at least the way we see them and how we see dark matter, at least.
That is sick. I'm glad I inspired you to come up here to sit, like ask that question. That's awesome. I'm gonna give you guys a follow up because you know what I mean. Rise up. I think that's really great. But like you said, just join the other guilds. Really try to like talk to the people in the community and like scale up, because like you said, there's so much different types of guilds. And I've also seen correct me if I'm wrong, Ashes and Moonman, but I've seen some places where people are building around resources and different aspects of the game. So like they're not going to deal with the fighting and all of that other stuff. They're just going to focus on resources and just try to like mitigate avenues to be able to, hey, I'll work with this guild because I'll help them with resources, because like it's almost like being in an MMORPG and you always have a particular guild focus on a particular task. So maybe that might help you guys just like to really just build up. I mean, guys and girls might just build up in a particular way and just watch how people move, just like analyze, because like I said, nothing is new under the sun. You know what I mean? But just continuously grow and just be in the space and talk to everyone. Like, and what's really cool as well is that all of the leaders, not even in just Star Atlas guilds, but guilds in various different games like Axie Infinity and stuff, they're really cool. Just go talk to them and ask them what's up. I mean, I'll be real with you. They would probably want some more competition rather than dealing with 2 or 3 big guilds. More people in the community makes it more fun and enticing to see betrayals and alliances.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so we also have sorry, my voice, you guys. We also have Ratadome up here with us as well, and you guys actually created the Tufa Attack minigame. Is that correct?
Yeah. Myself and Ape Spritebomb Pixel have cooperatively created Tufa Attack. I do want to open this up because a lot of people are talking about survival aspects and things like that, and I would like to share some experiences that I have from previous games that are similar in respect to this. So, an important thing to remember in these games is strength is in numbers. If you look at Ark or Atlas, which is actually not associated with Star Atlas, it's another game. They are survival-oriented games, team play-oriented, and very large scale in that sense. And so they align with Star Atlas very similarly. Being solo is great on paper until the trolls come out, basically. And as soon as the trolls come out, that's when solos suffer rather horrendously most of the time. So I just wanted to make sure to point out that if you're not confident in your abilities or anything like that, find a team and join it or build one. That is your best bet. It's the only avenue for survival that can be generally guaranteed. But I do want to take a moment and just let everyone know that I'm in the general chat in the standard Star Atlas Discord. And if anyone has any questions or anything like that while I'm up here about Tufa Attack or anything like that,
go ahead and ask in there, and I will happily respond. I just wanted to cover some things and let some people know where we're at and where we're going. You got to buy me dinner for a support line. Anyway, so first things first, a lot of you guys have seen what's going on. It's a top-down shooter, space game type thing. Really more of just a fan game, obviously. We didn't expect people to receive it so well, but it's actually helped bolster our excitement a lot. Yeah. I will go ahead and send me a friend invite, and I will send a copy of it over to you. We're working on a website as well soon, so to where people can just download the most updated version, and that will be the next step as far as that goes.
Oh, if you don't mind me asking, what is the style of this particular game?
Top-down shooter. So
Top-down? Like what? An example? I'm just trying to think.
What's a good example of that? Did you ever play Ikaruga on GameCube or?
Ooh, you actually said one of the GOAT games. I'm surprised people even know about that one. I know what you're talking about. Like,
Yeah. So that was
like almost like those Flash games where you're looking top down. I know what you're talking about. That's it. And it's space. I'll try it out.
Yeah, it's space oriented. It's actually centered around Star Atlas. The initial player ship is the Mick, and you are fighting Tufas and mines and things like that. And we also have our first boss done. That was one of the things that I wanted to announce, is that the boss is done. Not all the animations are put into place yet, but the general core mechanics of the boss fight itself is in place, as well as we have also got the general AI for the smaller ships in place as well. So more or less what we're working on now is art stylings, some type of website that we can deploy from, and then just working out the kinks and polishing,
Okay, that's pretty sick. So what would you say you would really be interested in integrating the game in Star Atlas, or is it just going to be a fan game for all?
So it is a fan game. We do have. It wasn't initially in the thought process, but as time has gone on, we have become interested in a potential franchising type thing, like maybe being part of Star Atlas in some way. But these are things we haven't approached or discussed with anyone yet. Mainly, it's more of just it's all been theory crafting, is the best way to put it.
Dude, that is absolutely sick. The sheer fact that you have fans making games for the anticipated game. I'm telling you, when this game drops, I just can't wait. I just can't wait to see all of these different aspects. But that is like your particular plan to continuously keep patching this game, and hopefully, if it's in the plans, just integrate in Star Atlas. That would be sick. Another form of entertainment. I just can't wait to see where you have like actual hubs where people just come off their spaceships, walk around. Because if people actually missed it, they actually showed the animations of the running animations to the ships. So there are going to be places where people can actually hang out within this particular metaverse and maybe just play some mini games out of Space Bar or something. And I think that would be really, really cool to just be like play your game right there and let everyone watch. There's so much potential in this space, and anything could be done. No limits whatsoever, and that's amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I said, I'm going to play the game. So you said, how do we able to access it?
Currently, you do need to reach out to me directly. We are working on a website, as I said. I'm probably going to start dinking around with that in the next couple days. Sprite and I are kind of cooperatively working on that because neither one of us is extremely web development skilled. I'm more of a coding guy. I do a lot of coding related things, and I've always needed a good graphics guy. That was what was always limited me. And then I met Sprite here in the Star Atlas community, and we just clicked. And the dude's an amazing graphics artist. You guys have all seen his GIFs and his memes and all that stuff. And he's just unreal, the things that he pulls off, and in the short time frames that he does it. And it makes the actual process of developing this game just amazing.
Yeah, I just want to chime in to give a huge kudos to you, Ratodoom and Sprite. I mean, I'm in the group where these guys are chatting while developing this, and they are moving really fast. Like it's insane the amount of hours that you guys are putting in. So yeah, please, everyone listening, just give them the love they deserve, because they are working hard and they are doing this just for the Star Atlas community. So it's great. It's great. And thanks again, Ratadun, for doing this.
Yeah, and thanks for having me on the Twitter space. I felt bad about not being on or for the earlier part of the town hall. I wanted to be able to like try to pop in and answer some questions there or whatever, but then people mentioned the town halls are really busy, so it's all good, you know. I'm just glad that we had an opportunity to just kind of come out and present things to people and let people know that a working initial demo is probably at the most a week out at this point.
Oh, I mean, only a week. That sounds great to me. For you guys and girls doing it for free just for the community, just the sheer fact that you're showing so much love in this game, like entices you. I mean, other than the lore and the graphics, like I don't know who did the graphics for this game. Like all of they're so beautiful. I've never seen something like so beautiful. I thought Halo and Mass Effect was good, but Star Atlas got the top of the line. So hopefully they might collab and just help out, because people already know that you're really good in space. And I'm glad that you come up here and let us know. And I got a new space game to play, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. I will. I'm going to go ahead and back out of here now. Well, if anyone has any questions they want to ask, hurry up and do it real quick. But if not, I'm going to jump out. And then beyond that, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody for the love and support and all that. We really didn't expect everyone to be so excited, and it's really pushed our excitement through the roof. Honestly, like it's inspired me to learn things that I never thought that I would have ever tried to learn, and it's just been an amazing experience all around, just for the simple fact of what it is, you know. So thanks again, guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Yeah, man. Before you leave, bro,
Thank you.
You were needed some little help on which area exactly? Just to mention it again, because we might have someone here listening.
Our main
want to collaborate.
right now is getting the website designed. We would really like a nice fluid website that's simple. If anyone has any capability of doing this, please reach out to me. There's obviously, this is for the community, and at this point in time, it's not for profit in any sense, but we have received confirmation that will be okay for us to receive tips and stuff, as long as we make sure to clarify that it's not for the content within the game, but for the work we put into the game itself. So when the time comes, if there is something like that and someone assists us in that area, there would be compensations that came their way. So I just wanted to point that out, and I hope that you all have a good rest of your day.
All right, thank you, Rad.
Thanks for joining, bro.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah. And, along those lines too, I think that it's something that we should highlight here as well. Again, Santi, is that there are so many incredible community driven projects being built right now, right? There's like everything from these mini games to tools for the community to use to even research projects that the community is really going out of their way and creating and building themselves. And I know that you guys had covered that in the Atlas Brew recently. And I feel like you shared the link to a lot of these projects in the Discord. Is that true?
Yeah, I think the best way to see all the projects and everything being developed by the community is I think the last Atlas Brew is a pretty good resource, also because the guys shared some demos and some videos about what they are doing. So yeah, I will refer to that. We didn't reach we didn't get to cover everything that is being developed by the Star Atlas community, but it was a pretty good and fun Atlas Brew. So yeah, if you want to see that, just search in YouTube the Atlas Brew, and I think it's episode number 7. So you can go there and watch it.
Very cool. So we've been going for an hour. I'm going to take a couple more questions that I brought up here, and then we'll probably call it. Is that okay, guys? Does that work for you?
Well, I mean, Ashes, you gotta rest that voice. I mean, that's why. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason I was asking the questions, because you've been going too hard for the last couple of weeks. You know what I mean? So I was just trying to help out a little bit.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. I always enjoy when you come up here and, contribute to the conversation. And I do appreciate everybody else coming up here and asking questions and, keeping everything going. And that's been really awesome as well. So thank you, everybody. I do appreciate that. I went ahead and brought up Mayal. You had requested to speak. So if you have a question or just a comment, please feel free.
Yes, thank you. And I wanted to congratulate first everyone that is doing those amazing projects from the community. I've seen the one from Coexist, and it's spectacular. And also I've checked some more. But I wanted to change the subject. I hope my voice is okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's perfect. It's perfect. Keep going. Keep going.
I was hoping that in today's town hall we would hear something about the marketing plans for the near future. Because in the last roadmap, the last time I checked,
Hi, good drivers.
I
You're
saw
probably
that
tired of car insurance
there were
commercials with
plans
talking
for the
animals.
Taurus wallet
At Root,
integration. And the way I seen it, it was an easy way for everyone with no knowledge of blockchain to join the Stratlas ecosystem. And I thought that this would be a part of these marketing plans. Anything that could be commented about that?
So I think that you're referring to steps that we are taking to attract non-crypto native users, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a lot coming on that front. I don't think I am allowed to speak because there's a lot of alpha, but yeah, it's definitely one of the main focus for the Star Atlas marketing team. We know that we're going to start to have more and more people who are not crypto native, and we are taking the steps both in development and in marketing to attract and to retain and to educate all these people with crypto, because we also know that a lot of these guys are going to do the first crypto experience with Star Atlas. So I would say that a big percentage of our focus is going there in taking care of that. So yeah, don't worry. We are aware that we are going to start onboarding non-crypto native people, and we are taking the steps into that direction. So that will be my answer. And also, yeah, just crypto in general. I think that AAA games are going to be the next big thing for crypto. You don't see AAA titles yet in crypto, but once this starts happening, I think that we'll have some masses coming to the space. Not only because you can play to earn, but because you actually enjoy the game that you're playing. And then after that, you realize that you can actually earn money by playing it. So we know that we are one of the top projects out there, and we know that we need to deliver on that front, and we are aware of that. So yeah, I don't want to go into specifics just because, yeah, I'm full of alpha, but yeah, we are aware of that, and we are taking steps into that direction.
Yeah, because but basically, with the play to earn games, they are focused on really building the system and having everything together, and then onboard that. Because onboarding that aspect to it, they'd have to make sure that everything is working first. Because a lot of play to earn games are really trying to understand how do we onboard people that don't not know anything about cryptocurrency. So almost like streamlining it. So like for example, Steam, you buy items, you buy all these games, but you just press a button, but you don't know what's going in the background. And it took them a while to get to that point.
Right. This is Lumina. Can I add something to that? I think you're absolutely right. And one of the main reasons why we picked Star Atlas as Coexist for play to earn project, which I honestly, from this point, I don't want to call it play to earn, because like you just mentioned, all of the play to earns, at least majority of them that are out there in the blockchain environment, you just click the mouse button and you just do one little basic thing and that's it. And I mean, it starts to get sort of really boring at some point. And from now on, I would want to call it play and earn instead of play to earn, because the games should be fun. And the reason why we're all in Star Atlas is currently there is no other project that can even come close to what Star Atlas is promising and what's saying, and especially being in Unreal Engine 5. I mean, there are no other, even for the regular games that are out there. And Star Atlas is a AAA game, and the other guy who was mentioned about the marketing, and I think they already started the marketing towards the game. Yes, crypto, people who doesn't know crypto, it's going to be a problem, but the technology and the industry is sort of shifting this way where we're going to see more and more, probably AAA games in the future too. So all on blockchain, and some of them will not be, but Star Atlas will be the pioneer in the games that the other companies will pretty much look up to and get an example of. So, for that reason, I think they already kind of started marketing towards the gamers. But if there is the interrogation of Trustful, which I never heard that before, but I don't think it will be needed that much, because when the industry will shift to that direction, people will have no choice whatsoever to be part of this ecosystem, the blockchain and crypto ecosystem. And it's almost like, you think about it, 10 years ago, nobody was using Instagram, but now it's like people can't go out without using any kind of especially those type of social media sites and whatnot. And then Star Atlas being the only Unreal Engine 5 MMORPG on a blockchain in Solana game, it's going to be an example for the rest of the games that are going to follow Star Atlas. But you're absolutely right. I think it shouldn't be play to earn. It should be play and earn. That should be fun. It shouldn't be like just one click. And I'm so glad that, and this goes for all the content creators out there and all the guilds in Star Atlas, Moonman, Adalcaster, and everybody that, I forgot the names, and also the Star Atlas team themselves. I always say the same thing, and Santi knows this too, also Ashes. I think we are really lucky being the pioneers of this game, but also I think Star Atlas team is very lucky that they just came across with one of the greatest gaming communities out there. It just became organically on its own, and I think this is by far the biggest positive sign of any kind of community-driven project out there. So eventually we will get to that phase, but for now I don't think there is a competition for Star Atlas, and I hope, and being a gamer, an MMORPG gamer for the past 30 years, I'm trying to convince all the MMORPG gamers around me out there to be part of this game and also be part of this ecosystem and the community. And eventually we'll get there. So I don't really have a problem about, I don't think that Star Atlas will have a problem about marketing their product towards the gamers, because they already started it. And once the showroom is out, I think that's going to be the pinnacle of, hey, okay, we are playing games. There's this game out there. It's on a blockchain. Maybe it's time to switch that. And I know the gamer psychology too, especially right now. A lot of the gamers are kind of against the idea of blockchain games. The main reason is they just don't know what that is. They just don't have that kind of a knowledge, background information, and they think like, oh, this is like a pay-to-win thing, and whatnot. No, it's not. It's a totally different concept, and I think eventually we'll get there. I don't think that will be a problem, marketing towards the gamers, at least for Star Atlas.
Yeah, and I do agree, Lumina. I've talked to a lot of gamers that don't even play anything within the cryptocurrency, blockchain, NFT realm, and they know about Star Atlas. So like Star Atlas marketing and quality of trailers is absolutely insane. Like AAA and even beyond that. So I marketing wise, I just feel it would just be like word of mouth. And when more things come out and the project progresses, it would just, work for itself. Quality speaks without marketing. And I'm glad to hear that you're also an MMORPG player for 30 years. So I kind of understand why like Star Atlas is so important. We haven't seen anyone even try to take the MMORPG, and people are kind of shunning the NFT like gaming space, just like what you said earlier. It just, a lot of them are not fun, and depending on your play style, if you like MMORPGs, FPS, um, turn-based. I mean, turn-based is perfect. If you're a turn-based player, this area is perfect. But until we get everyone like really together, and Star Atlas pushes us even more. And I could also agree with the community as well. The community is extremely strong, and I've been in the FPS and turn-based communities. I think, well, I get confirmed Star Atlas is the biggest, hands down. And if you go on their website, you can actually see the list of guilds. There are a lot, absolutely a lot. When it comes to guilds for Axie Infinity and other games, Axie Infinity is probably the biggest when it comes to guilds, but sheer mass, Star Atlas wins, hands down, just for me going in different discords and meeting a lot of people.
And I think also do you mind if I just make a short comment on that, Ash?
No, yeah, absolutely, go for it.
Yeah, I think also what's really appealing to me in the Star Atlas project and the whole idea of metaverse is that in the game concepts that we've had so far in the last 10 years, maybe if you look at them, they're all categorized in a box, right? They're all either they're RPGs or they're action games or strategy games or whatever category. And I think the big strength of Star Atlas is that eventually it's not going to be just RPG or just strategy or just FPS. It's going to be all of it, and it's going to be whatever you want it to be. So if you want a more lore-based RPG experience, you're going to have that. If you want a more strategy-based experience, you're going to be able to do that. It's going to be whatever you want. And I think that's also what's really powerful in this system is how you can imagine anything you want, and it's not just RPG or strategy, it's all of the games all together, and that I think is really, really cool approach.
All right, very cool. So, and I wanted to touch on the guild thing as well. I think one of the cool things about Star Atlas is that we've had a lot of organic guilds form, right? With Axie, you see a lot of the larger guilds like YGG, Avocado, the big ones, but we've had a lot of organic guilds form and start building around this project and community. And I think that that's something that, that's really important. It's different. And it's something that, is just really, a really cool thing for our project. But I did want to go wrap it up real quick. I'm going to go ahead and go to support line. They've been waiting patiently for a question or a comment. So support line, you have the floor.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it, Ash.
Yeah, of course.
Just a little theory crafting because I think about this constantly. And now that I have you, I think this would be a very fun question to ask. I know that you've been to a lot of cons and hacker houses and all these things, but what do you think the milestone we would have to pass within the Star Atlas community to start playing around with the idea of having a Star Atlas event, meetup, convention, anything on a large scale that is Star Atlas, funded, focused, directed, anything on that front?
I mean, as far as a milestone, I don't know what the milestone would be that could propel something like that, but I do think that that is something that would be absolutely incredible, right? I would love to have an event for the Star Atlas community where we could all go and, get together and meet each other and see like Moonman in his full Moonman getup, like I know he's told us about. I think that would be awesome. And I think we'll start seeing stuff like that in the future. I think we're still in the planning phases and coordinating and getting these things coming out more. So, definitely, I would love to see something like that happen a lot more often.
Awesome, I appreciate that.
So, is there?
Sorry, I didn't catch that last part. What was he? You had mentioned me, and what was he asking about? If you don't mind me asking.
We were talking about seeing you having like in real life Star Atlas meetups or conventions, and
Oh yeah.
I said I would love to do that, and having, especially having Moonman there dressed in his Moonman outfit that you've commented on so many times. So
Yes, yeah, definitely. No, I'm looking for the IRL for sure.
yeah, I think we'll definitely have more IRL meetups in the future. So sorry, you guys, my voice is basically gone at this point. It's disappearing completely faster. I sound terrible. So I don't want to, make you guys have to listen to me speak like this any longer. We've been going for a while now. And is there anything else that anybody wanted to add to the conversation before we go ahead and wrap it up?
Yeah, we don't want you to suffer anymore, Ashes. I think you should just
I'm
rest.
not suffering. I feel like you guys are suffering having to listen to me. All right. I'm fine.
No, not really.
Santi, I just want to say, do not ever threaten to leave this community ever again.
I'm really sorry for that. I'm actually really sorry.
No, it's fine. It's all good. It's funny. But I think that, we all love you way too much. We've never let you actually leave. So, all right, guys.
Thank you.
All righty, guys.
So,
what's up? Moonman, did you have a comment? Are we good?
I think he's saying he's gonna hunt you down or something. Yeah.
Yeah, the bounty hunter will hunt you down, Santi. That meme that was created of you hiding in the high risk zone will become a reality if you try and leave this community. No, I'm just kidding. You know which one I'm talking about, Santi.
I think I'm rugging. Am I rugging?
I think so, friend. Yeah. Have you been trying to talk?
Yeah, but nothing's coming out right clearly on your guys' end.
I hear you now, but no, we didn't hear you prior. So.
Oh, I was just saying, I'm gonna hunt Santi down. Don't leave, bro. Don't leave.
We gotta blame Michael for that one. That was Michael's idea. So.
Unless you want to leave.
Fault.
Yeah, unless you want to leave and we can put somebody can put a bounty on your head, and Michael's willing to pay me I don't know, maybe about $5 million. We could cook up a little scheme. I'll break you off 15% for the hunt.
You're talking about rigging the bounty hunt, Moonman?
Yeah, we could work the system a little bit, Santi. Let's work together, man. Let's get a little bit of bread in our pocket. Come on now.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, if you ever become an outlaw, Santi, you can ask some help to the pirates. They'll be used to that kind of things.
Right. Oh, I love it. All right. So I just want to say thank you again, everybody, for coming up here and joining us through our conversation. And it's been a really great one. And I look forward to chatting with all of you again next week. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Bye.